Which Vedic text contains the earliest reference to the concept of the Sabha and Smite? Correct answer is option B, Rig Veda. Which inscription provides important information about the achievements of Samudragupta? Correct answer is option C, Allahabad pillar inscription. Who among the following founded the Servants of India Society? Correct answer is option A, Gopal Krishna. Which constitutional amendment is known for adding the word socialist, secular and integrity to the preamble? Correct answer is option B, 42nd Amendment. Fundamental duties were originally added to the Indian Constitution on the recommendation of. Correct answer is option B, Swaran Singh Committee. Which article deals with the constitutional validity of laws inconsistent with fundamental rights? Correct answer is option B, Article 13. The power of the Supreme Court to issue writs for enforcement of fundamental rights is provided under. Correct answer is option A, Article 32. The voting age in India was reduced from 21 to 18 years by. Correct answer is option C, 61st Amendment. Which schedule of the Constitution deals with the allocation of seats in the Rajya Sabha? Correct answer is option B, 4th schedule. The Interstate Council is established under which article? Correct answer is option B, Article 263. The ozone layer is mainly present in which atmospheric layer? Correct answer is option B, stratosphere. Which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart? Correct answer is option B, pulmonary vein. Which part of the nephron is primarily responsible for ultrafiltration of blood? Correct answer is option C, glomerulus. Which hormone is primarily responsible for lowering blood glucose concentration? Correct answer is option B, insulin. Which cell organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell because it produces ATP? Correct answer is option C, mitochondrion. Which phenomenon explains why the sky appears blue? Correct answer is option C, scattering for shorter wavelength. Which law states that the pressure of a fixed mass of gas is inversely proportional to its volume at constant temperature? Correct answer is option B, Boyle's law. Which gas is released when an acid reacts with a metal carbonate? Correct answer is option C, carbon dioxide. The Green Revolution in India is primarily associated with increased production of. Correct answer is option B, wheat and rice. The GST Council is constituted under which article of the Constitution? Correct answer is option B, Article 279A. Which UNESCO World Heritage Site is associated with the Chola templates? Correct answer is option B, Great Living Cholar templates. Which railway zone has its headquarters at Gorakhpur? Correct answer is option C, North-Eastern Railway. Which is the first railway zone of independent India to be formed? Correct answer is option B, Southern Railway. Which constitutional amendment gave constitutional status to Panchayati Raj institutions? Correct answer is option C, 73rd Amendment. In the Indian Constitution, procedure established by law is associated with. Correct answer is option C, Article 21. Which Charter Act ended the East India Company monopoly over trade with India? Correct answer is option B, Charter Act 1813. Who was the first Indian to become President of the Indian National Congress? Correct answer is option B, W.C. Banerjee. The doctrine of lapse was most extensively applied during the tenure of. Correct answer is option A, Lord Dalhousie. Which fundamental right is available to both citizens and foreigners? Correct answer is option B, equality before law. The concept of directive principles of state policy was borrowed from the Constitution of. Correct answer is option C, Ireland. Who has the power to decide whether a bill is a money bill? Correct answer is option C, Speaker of Lok Sabha. Which article empowers the President to promulgate an ordinance? Correct answer is option A, Article 123. Which Indian state has the largest area under mangrove forest? Correct answer is option C, West Bengal. Which structure prevents food from entering the trachea during swelling? Correct answer is option B, epiglottis. Which part of the brain is mainly responsible for balance and coordination? Correct answer is option C, cerebellum. The phenomenon of splitting white light into its constituent colors is called. Correct answer is option B, dispersion. Which of the following has the highest electrical resistance? Correct answer is option D. Which gas is mainly responsible for the greenhouse effect among the following? Correct answer is option C, carbon dioxide. Which Indian state was the first to be formed primarily on a linguistic basis after independence? Correct answer is option A, Andhra state. The Palghat Gap lies between. Correct answer is option B, Nilgiri and Anamali Hills. The Sanchi Stupa was originally commissioned by. Correct answer is option B, Ashoka. Which classical dance form originated in Kerala? Correct answer is option C, Kathakali. Which organization replaced the Planning Commission? Correct answer is option B, Niti Aayog. Which of the following is included in GDP but not necessarily in GNP? Correct answer is option B, income earned by foreigners within India. Repo rate refers to the rate at which. Correct answer is option B. RBI lends money to commercial banks. Which institution is primarily responsible for controlling monetary policy in India? Correct answer is option B. RBI. Which of the following is a warm ocean current? Correct answer is option C. Cold stream. The Bhabar region is located. Correct answer is option C. Along the foothills of the Shivliks. The Ilbert Bill controversy occurred during the viceroyalty of. Correct answer is option B. Lord Ripon. Which UNESCO World Heritage Site is associated with the Chola temples? Correct answer is option B. Great Living Chola temples.